having the agent select come in now, no changes on the side of RRQ. They're sticking with what worked for them last time where they had that big comeback. Monjet swapping across to that Viper, and Jemkin now the one who's having to be aggressive on that Neon.
I remember GE countered it, stole it and did it back to him.
Well, not going to be the wallbangs for now, though. It's just going to be all around lobby, and Nongshim picking up the pace. Slowed down by Crazy Guy Smokes, thankfully, but for how long? Quickly spotted, gets on top of the plat, but whoa, not quite landing out the shot just yet until now. Flash sent across, but not quite landing onto anything else much. Down below HP, still finds Xpharaoh.
Yep, got to get that plant situated though, RB. No smokes available anymore. Same can be said for Crazy Guy.
As he kind of hangs back, waits for contact off of Monjet, brings it down to a 1v1 with Ivy down to 30 HP. Just set up in the right corner though.
Back over towards Nongshim, so they're getting close between these two teams in this little A lobby affair. Then a translation to the C site where I said Xpharaoh like has an opportunity really to be able to win that. It's just in the Sheriff with those 6 shots. If you miss a couple, you got to cop that reload. Does not work in your favor, unfortunately. Sharpie from Ivy needed at the end for RRQ. As well, Ivy this time just peeks out mid into a firefight. Xpharaoh was technically looking to do the same to a degree.
That's lovely though, and you do get some information off of it, but it's going to be a while if you want to pick up the weapon or not. So, unfortunately, back in towards the link, and you're just looking for Nongshim to get the plant down.
Swinging numbers for RRQ potentially here. How far back do you even want to play as Nongshim? Because you got to have bodies on the site. Can't rely on one-way smokes, shock dart lineups.
Yeah, definitely not too much. Use a relay in the fast lane to get yourself to the side, but Nongshim just get way ahead of it. Cushy though. Pretty good on the classic shots. Let's see if we can find it a little bit more, unfortunately, right outside of the smoke. It's RB, back flat. We're looking to a lot of the wallbang spots available on the map.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking towards the very beginning through the A lobby spam, if you're, you know, contemplating the mid window as well, it's now reinforced, but we do see him try to go for it here and there, and then C retakes. Well, wall spam, big. Quick in towards the B site right now, though, for Nongshim. They want to try and play on the back of having a bit of lesser weaponry in some close proximity duels, which they will get the trade onto Crazy Guy, removing that Odin and the plant to go down.
Someone could go back in and possibly pick it up, or RQ still looking to try to displace them with utility. But unfortunately, the garage position blocked off makes things a little bit more difficult. As soon as they peek out of this position, they might get caught, but okay, a couple of spams going through, and it's X-Ross from the back of window position that actually deals the damage.
But it's really well orchestrated by Nongshim that they are making sure that the turret is watching that, and then that they can peek on the back of that information as well to remove an opportunity. Ivy doing that perfectly, making sure that he is focused on these flanks to potentially come on through, that he is making sure that there's no garage pop that can get the better of the squad. And then they can just really focus on that spiked diffusal denial. Really well-structured bonus round to come through from Nongshim there, and... Whoa! I was about to say a good start with Danby finding Cushy, but Jemkin, I need his POV after. Those shops sounded dirty.
Yeah, definitely. Dragging Nongshim through the mud. 3 players remaining, but they still have the firepower.
They hear all the footsteps at the moment, and Xpharaoh can call that you can go and get the guns outside of A lobby if you want for RRQ. It's not a bad shout to be able to at least pick up one of them from Jemkin.
Looking to work together as a team instead. All the way from C Link though. Oh, but Crazy Guy gets caught by RB on the spam. Now X-Ross shows up from garage window. Double kill quickly picked up, and this looks to be a 4-0 start for Nongshim.
Certainly does, unless we get Xpharaoh coming up with another clutch. Good start for X-Ross though. Getting dirty with a couple of these kills as well. Should give him a bit more confidence now. Again, right, a highlighted bind. Technically not his role to get mass frags. Stepping up into this Nongshim team, integrating himself nice and early. Nice shots, Jemkin, by the way. That's how that happens on the slide. Very, very well done. Taste of Dami's own medicine. This is a massive opportunity for a rookie coming in with a, I mean, technically called a rookie squad, even though they were here last year. Like, gives open flank potential.
Absolutely. Well, once again, inserting Danby right through the back lines, and there goes the Odin. Hunter's Fury as well, though, and it does find a little bit, but Ivy tried to slip through and unfortunately got caught. From the shadows goes over onto the seaside, but Jemkin is right here, and he's looking for the right opportunity. X-Ross, though, makes it a little bit more difficult because of his guarded positioning. Garage, excuse me. It's the overdrive, though, that instantly stops everything out from Nongshim, because Francis is the only one left. He's only got 10 seconds. Might be able to pick up the spike. Even if he gets the plant down, it's a 1v3. Jemkin hops up, reveals himself, and unfortunately goes down just enough for the round to get picked up.
It's actually a really big pick that he gets there. As well, there will be a buy-up for Nongshim. Bit unlucky in the midst of things that Darby is still jumping around when altered on that overdrive. And I mentioned the Ivy fight for a specific reason as well. If Ivy wins that duel against Xfero, a completely different result to the round, perhaps. So just the one round that you can just, on radar, spot that RRQ are moving their forces to that seaside as well as the execute comes down.
Just wonderful. Perfect site to put yourself down into it as well. But with everything covered by smokes, it's a shock dart that does a bit of damage. Downbeat slithers through, he finds double. And then just Cushy left with the Odin, which probably wants to hold on to, but doesn't know RB inside of smoke.
Yeah, he's like a snake in the grass in that one, isn't he? Downbeat just peeking up and biting you. Shrouded stepping up through mid, trying to find all the information that you need for the team. 4 versus 5 advantage at a moment in time for RRQ. The investment of the ults as well, trying to do their darnest damage, trying to find a way to get back into the seaside when it's just overwhelmed by Nongshim, who are coming out with the better trades in this instance again. Pistols for RRQ right now as well.
That's not going to be able to do too much. Getting caught out in all the forward expeditions.
Yep, just one by one they start to fall. Gonna have to see the weight that timeout comes through within the next buy. And so far, it's so good for Nongshim, just picking up all these kills where they need to.
Careful drone, smoke, all the safe and careful utility as well makes it not possible for Monyet to do anything. And Jemkin just hope for exits or die to the spike.
Yep. RRQ right now 6-1 down unless there's some ungodly affair in which Jemkin gets back in towards this round. But this is the opportunity for Nongshim again to have a very sensational attacking side. And start to showcase, perhaps, that they are not going to fall prey to the Korean Slayers. Nongshim,
a battle-tested Ascension team. These are the ones to break RQ's Korean sling streak?
This is the expectation from that first Ascension where they step up into Pacific that a lot of people, me included, were expecting them to come into Pacific and be destructive. We didn't see that.
Go. Big flash and kills coming out from Nongshim, though. You heard it. The call for a Fnatic take, but unfortunately it's not quite working out for RRQ. Now Nongshim gets their way with the B site. Can they even hold on to their weapons, though? Nongshim have built up quite a bit of bank, so they want to go hunting. Cushy spots up by one. Xfero holds off to another angle. Ivy trying to dance around it, unfortunately goes down. We're giving them some ults, I guess.
While removing those guns would cap them at the knees for what they're going to be able to do in the next round. So you can understand the idea that they want to go for that, but yeah, giving them a couple of extra pieces to do something in the next round is going to be interesting to see if it does bite Nongshim back. Well, unfortunately, it did not. So we'll see if RRQ in the comms can figure out something before needing its secondary intervention from Jovian Warbirds. This, however, a good start. Jemkin to find one, Monyet to find a double, and it's starting to look pretty darn good in this A-lobby crunch, in this play.
Can't quite fully respond when Monyet is the one slipping through from short.
I mean, protocols for these sort of things as well. If you're going for that A-lobby control, you are trying to dodge the general Sova utility first before doing anything. This time you change up the pace, makes things a little bit awkward. I do like the timing for Jemkin, by the way. Spot that nothing is coming back over at the C site, so you should give some security for the team to stick around A.
Now Now he just try to waltz on through. Monyet, first point of contact. Defending lockdown's the first one that goes in, but at the same time, the Odin as well. Such a big threat. xFaroe just begins to make his assertions all across and makes it difficult for Nongshim to stick around. He gets caught and detained. We're looking for the knife kill now. Surely the clicks at the end of it. We'll get a couple of slashes in, and it's the 2,000th kill. What a milestone for xFaroe to get.
Getting it with the knife is just a little bit funny as well. We need to see more from RRQ. I'm actually interested. That TP that RB does towards the tower as well immediately spams down by the Odin. I kind of hope we see that from the POV of Kushi. See what? He did jump down, right? Yeah. Oh, we don't get to see that one. Anyways, it's all good. Tower, for example, to smoke. So the team is just going to be left to their own devices if they wanted to try and get in towards A, but it's going to draw out utility, it's going to draw out rotations. Ivy falls prey to Crazy Guy, and we're still trying to get him towards this A side at the moment. There's that Judge that I mentioned and an overdrive available if you want, but you've got to get this spike on in. 20 seconds to go.
Surely enough, it does go through.
RB, by the way, other side of the map, it's going to be a super late flank.
Still could come into huge effect. But the one that I'm watching out for, though, is Domby on this Judge still. Back to the Phantom, actually. All the way through into Link. It prevents RQ from reinserting themselves through. I was thinking it was going to cut them by their legs. It does somewhat until Domby falls, but there goes RB. Revealed at the very end. Kushi has to run off.
And buy a bunch of time for RB to seal the deal on this round. Kushi is going to be able to escape with the gun, with a couple of lighter shields coming into it. Some ults as well available. That Viper's Pit would assume to be deployed somewhere, and hope for RRQ for Monyet. But back on towards this Viper, he's doing things. Yeah, that shot was gnarly.
You're right, Viper's Pit. You got 4 ults to work off of. Half-Fire not should give it a good go otherwise. Very similar scoreline to what we saw from the end of the previous half back then.
This is super pacey from Nongshim, though, already in towards the guts of B. This is where you draw out a Hunter's Fury from Kushi, and he's going to do it.
He's going to be able to find anyone, though. Not quite tagging it in the midst of all that chaos. Domby, he's just not going to stop. Now back into right spots as well. Drone coming through. Smoked off onto the front of the site, but at the same time, this is when you plant the lockdown. Jemkin, he wants to go into with the overdrive, but can't quite make his presence known because Domby absolutely lays down the law. Lockdown pushes Kushi out of range as well, and that's where Nongshim earned their 9th.
Doing what he does best. If this is looking to go to the international stage, you all better be prepared for Domby when he's looking like this. Full confidence, the beast awaken, and his eyes on the prize with this team in this round as well. It's another 9-3 half in favor of Nongshim Red Force, that attacking side. Previous map of Bind, now over here on Haven as well. You can see that this team is nicely as well. Mid walk for Nongshim.
Oh, it's a quick hopping across, but completely blinded by the paranoia. Francis, a little kill at the end of the exchange.
Yeah, but the damage again, like the first pistol, has been delivered over towards Nongshim, right? Ivy came out with the clutch back then. Jemkin, 14 HP to the body. Sending Francis first through the doors. The trades do come out.
Then you hang back, Monyet, a sudden step across, and it finds a fully healthy Ivy, now down in the ground. Snakebite as well gives RQ a lot more space, and now possibly positioned to take the entire pistol all the way through into the A site.
I mean, they saw Domby over at the garage doors, right? So they knew that they had to just retreat in towards a spot of safety.
Go, go, go.
And find the right positions as well. xFaroe should be safe, gets the spike down. Gotta worry about Graffiti. Tough fight for Domby ahead of him. Makes a step across, knows that it's gonna bait out a reaction, but can't quite land the shot. It's Jemkin at the end of it all.
The tail end of this one, that's kind of what we are waiting for at the moment. A couple of these mid-fights as well, the damage done, and then some decisions after that better favor RRQ. 3 versus 3 situation where Ivy gets caught in the reload makes it a little bit more awkward for Nongshim's chances to get back in towards that pistol round as well. So it's all good for them. They still, again, but around the corner, do you know what creeps on up to Monyet? Now you do.
And that instantly sends you over to the C site.
Turret destroyed. Francis already here. He would need some sharpies with the bandit right now. There is a single flash and an Ivy in tow, but they're removing things and the heads of shoulders start to fall. Cushy and Xfero need to pick up the slack here.
Just 2 players. It's still completely possible for Nongshim. 2 marshals, a sheriff, Dambi with the relays as well. He makes his move. Sends it across and completely catches on the Cushy, who still finds a headshot, but RB to respond. The spike continuing to tick, but there is still a bit of time.
No nanos, by the way. He needs to hit the shots here, Xfero. A smoke in 1 for RB.
Tries to bait him out. The smoke comes up. Does Xfero find the right spans? He gets the first! Xross, though, fires off again. It's Xfero down to low HP. Xross tries to take at least half. No, he's going all the way full. He's gotten it. He takes it all the way home. Nongshim, a thrifty, up to 10.
That is such an unfortunate round for RRQ as well. But these things happen in Valorant. The walk up through A long. See you later, Monyet. Didn't know what hit him. I said Francis had to be good for 1. Ivy as well. And then as soon as I saw that smoke come online for RB, I'm thinking to myself, are you putting that at long? Are you putting that on the spike? The shots from Darby, forget about them. The trade came out. Xross.
Shorty is at close range, though, so he still has to watch out. Might have a bit of control, but then here comes Nongshim! Ivy, double kill, a 3rd! Hops onto the 4th as well! And the spike just unfortunately goes away.
To be able to stretch further into it. The fact that Monyet is on the Viper, you can't really have any back of sight plays come in from RRQ here. You're stuck at the front side of the site. This is why I was kind of thinking and agreeing with the desk. I really also would like to see a switch up come through. Get some chances in this round to find one that you pretty much shouldn't, and that's a good start.
Heavy down.
But look at this triple stack again. Imagine having something like a Yoru here to flash the corner. You could stun it as Jemkin, you can paranoid it as Crazy Guy. They're a little bit lucky that they're opting not to walk into the A side of the map. It's going to be over towards C instead.
Ready?
30 seconds left.
It's the right call. Get the fast lane and everything up. Still nothing too much towards the back of the site. So possible for Francis, but unfortunately gets blocked off by Poison Cloud. Tries to reposition, and at the same time, the rest of Nongshim from that triple stack, they begin to explore all the way back out towards grass, and this gives them garage.
Yeah, the plans is down. This could be good favor for RRQ to hold it again. I mentioned that Hunter's Fury. You'll have an option there for Cushy.
A little smoke up, flash, try to slow things down. Jemkin, relay as well. Not quite caught by the wallbang just yet, though, and he's in position to take down Francis. There goes Dambia as well. At the same time, Xfero looks for the right angle, takes down Xross, draws the attention from Dambi away from the spike where it continues to tick away. Back into it. We're looking for all points now. Dambi, though, removes another player. Cushy managed to put one on the board. And RRQ continues to hang on.
And RRQ don't waltz in towards that A stack that you're kind of putting a lot of prize on towards perhaps there. You get the plant down and not able to facilitate a way back in towards the retake convincingly and early enough. Time, a very pressure-sensitive issue for Nongshim there.
RB with a TP, though, tries to lure RRQ into a false sense of security, and it works!
Oh.
Jemkin, at least for the trade, but he's down to low HP.
Crazy Guy losing his life here kind of kind of hurts RRQ, to be honest with you. Do you try to stay in towards this A lane now? Do you play with your own toxic screen that Monyet has up? Do you feel confident that he has C free of charge? Dambi's going to get caught. Oh, maybe with his knife out here. What is happening in this round? Catching him looking the wrong way. Going to confirm that nobody else is towards this A side at the moment. You have to translate your forces to this C side now because there's a bit of time for RRQ to at least get this plant. A weird state of affairs.
10 seconds left.
Things happen, but still a good pickup actually for Nongshim nonetheless. An upgrade weapon for Dambi. And now he's got a weird position to work off of.
He's waited for his team as well. It's the right decision at the moment before trying to go into the site.
And if they draw enough attention away, Ivy could find the right timing. Just with numbers even, you find even trades, and now Cushy continuing to push on up. Will find Ivy, which is a good shout, but he needs a little bit more. Thinks to toss out utility, but can't quite do it because Tabby is continuing to make a lot of noise. Oh, he tried to go for the duel, unfortunately lost, which puts Nongshim up to map point.
One on the defuse, toy with your opponent. They do that very nicely indeed there. Imagine a world in which Darby was spotted though, pushing out through the mid window. Those kills don't come into play. Could have been a very different result though. 7 map points now to play for Nongshim. Mass amount of numbers, and again, it's going to be the C site that they will gain as their territories, but no real safe ultimates to drop in. No lockdown of their own for Xfero, no pit for Monyet.
In fact, it's going to be the lockdown possibly for Ivy. He hears the footsteps though, so not quite deploying it yet. There he goes. And Nongshim just don't look worried whatsoever. All the guns from RRQ dumped into garage and they try to fend it off, but the lockdown's still going in. And Francis, he's going on for a tear. 3 kills to his belt, and it's just Xfero to try to stave this off. Onto the spike, it's stuck on the defuse, and Xfero, X-Ross, he's not letting go! Nongshim take it home 13-5! They will not be stopped! The Burning Crusade will go on into the next map!
That was very convincing to come through from Nongshim.